Alright, so a TVP on GSL Daybreak between TN's FaithHunter and QED.Bourkes. Should be good, should be good. What level is Bourkes?
He's in actually Gold League at the moment.
Nice, nice. I keep forgetting to check what rank FaithHunter is.
Yeah, me too. I didn't manage to get a look at that. I'm assuming it's Platinum from the way he's playing tonight.
Yeah, no, it's really, really nice and crisp kind of play, actually. So, yeah, I'd assume he'd be up at around that level. Just because the way he's also been able to spend his money and things like that as well. And the way he engaged in those last two games was ridiculously good.
Yeah, indeed. And it really won the game for him.
Cool. All right, so we're all set up. So I might do the introductions for this one because I don't need to fiddle with anything, I don't think. So up in the right-hand corner of this map, we have blue Protoss for Team QED. We have QED.Bourkes. And then in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran who's currently pulling his team home in this clan war. We have TN's FaithHunter.
So we're on GSL Daybreak at the moment. What are your thoughts on this map in the kind of TVP matchup?
From what I've seen in like the GSL and things like that, it's kind of all about damage control. I guess in the sense that kind of when you can establish the two bases firmly, it's then kind of a war of attrition to see who can get that third base up and at how much damage they sustain, and then who can kind of then push out from there if the game hasn't already ended by that stage, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we've seen, harassment in terms of drops and warp prisms, especially, obviously in this matchup, used to great effect on this map with the wide airspace around the main and the third, and just generally there are a lot of places to hide air units around the map, so I'm guessing that the drops are going to play quite heavily into that.
Yeah, and
so we'll see how Bourkes can defend against that if he does end up getting dropped by FaithHunter.
Yeah, it looks like FaithHunter's actually in gold. I'm being told from the chat, and that TVT is his best matchup, and that's why it kind of looks the way it does, in the sense that it's like ridiculously good.
Oh, fair enough. So, yeah, his multitasking was really excellent in that game that we just saw, with him, dropping all over the place and really just showing us how good his TVT really is.
Yeah. So he's getting the scout off here on what Bourkes, I should say, sorry, is what he's doing. So we're not seeing any forge fast expand kind of things like that, and so he's slowly. And that SCV decides to pull out instead of going back in as well. That sounded a bit weird, but that's all right.
Yeah, fortunately not a forge fast expand, because he'll be very disturbed to find that his opponent is Terran if he was going for that build. Doesn't work quite as effectively against Terran, I don't think. So he will be going for this 1 gate expand, I would assume. He has chunked down 2 gas, but going for a bit of a Sase style build, it would seem here. Only putting 2 in each simulator. And there we go, we are going to see that Nexus thrown down just at 25 supply. So standard 1 gate FE coming up from him. And the command center has come down for FaithHunter already for a 1 racks expand, and he has actually thrown down these 2 racks before the gas, contrary to what we've seen from his Terran versus Terran matchup. So he will be really playing a bio-heavy style in this matchup, as opposed to his tank and medevac more oriented builds that we've seen from him in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he plays this one out without the security that the tanks give him. Maybe that's why he likes it, the matchup so much, just because of the positional control that it gives him. But yeah, we'll see how he fares with this bio style as opposed to his more favoured marine tank style. But we do have a proxy pylon coming down here for Bourkes actually, so Probably looking to get aggressive off of a 3-gate 2 base timing. It is going to hit kind of relatively softly, but you know, it might be a timing that Faith Hunter isn't used to, and I'm betting that that's what Bourkes is going to be going for. He has got 2 sentries with this army in the middle of the map at the moment, 2 zealots, a stalker and 2 sentries at the moment, and he is warping in from this forward pylon at the moment. So probably going to look to break this bunker open by force fielding behind it to stop the SCVs from repairing, but good awareness on the watchtower has allowed Faith Hunter to see it, and he's going to be throwing down an extra bunker now.
Yeah, do you think he should be pulling more SCVs? I mean, he loses that sentry, that's not a good way to start things. Oh, that stalker, sorry.
Yeah, with good micro, I mean, with good micro, Faith Hunter should be able to hold this just fine with the amount of marines that he has, but yeah, or not such good control on the stalkers, but no repair on the bunker actually at all. So the bunker will fall. Zealot's going to chop away at the marines, but the second bunker is up, and Faith Hunter will hold for the moment actually. Bourkes losing a lot of quite cost-heavy units there. A sentry, a few stalkers, and quite a lot of zealots, putting him a little bit behind at the moment actually.
Yeah, no, in sense of an army, he's behind, but being able to kind of do that 1-gate kind of expand builds actually put him in quite a good position economically. And he is throwing down that robotics facility, so he's going to probably be able to get out a mortal and a couple of observers just in case Faith Hunter keeps trying to push on now with this small lead that he's garnered. Yeah,
Bourkes will be looking to take this extra gas on his natural pretty soon if he wants to transition into a Colossus play, which I think is a really good idea at this point. He has seen a lot of Marines at the front. He did see 2 bunkers, and he's really using that poke to just gauge what builds Faith Hunter would be going for behind it without actually seeing any tech. So he does know that it's going to be a really biocentric style as opposed to some ridiculous mech or 1-1-1 sort of faked with a bunker at the front, some shenanigans like that. So a transition to Colossus at this point with maybe a 2 Colossus push out would be a really smart idea, but we actually aren't seeing a robotic support bay coming down from Bourkes at this point, just adding on 2 gateways and a forge, so going to be looking to upgrade, but possibly just sticking to observers and immortals at the moment, which is going to give him awareness for the drops, but
yeah.
You know, I'd really like to see some Colossus out of him at this point.
Now, will he be able to see... Alright, so he's going to be able to see all these Marines and Marauders wailing away on the destructible rocks, so that's going to at least let him know what's happening. I'm not sure that Faith Hunter... I mean, he should probably be looking for proxies just around his base, because say Bourkes holds this attack that's probably coming now. If he went like a Dark Shrine or something really kind of crazy, he could probably catch him out of position and do quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, not even with the Dark Shrine, actually. As soon as he sees this push coming, he doesn't have it. He hasn't. He has no need, rather, words. He has no need to warp in units back at home. He can actually just, as soon as he sees the army out of position, warp in, 3 or 4 zealots back at this proxy pylon and just send them straight into the main and natural mineral lines of Faith Hunter and pull the army back out of position, and it'll buy him enough time to get up the tech that he wants, which it does look like it's going to be possibly Twilight tech. So, well, it's definitely Twilight tech, but possibly Templar tech for Storm. Maybe looking to transition late game into Zealot Archon. I know he does quite like that style of play. Actually opting to get shields upgrade first, and there's the charge. So yeah, it looks like he's going to be going for a really cost-efficient mix of charge lots with Archons, and against this pure Bioforce with not many Marauders at all and no real tier 2 or tier 3 tech to speak of from Faith Hunter, it is going to pay off in bounds for Bourkes here.
Yeah, nice positioning of that observer as well. That's going to just give him a great picture of what's actually on the map. And if you have a look at like his vision, he's actually got quite good kind of information of what's on the map and where it is at the moment. There's not much that he really doesn't know about, and yeah, I think he should be able to hold this quite easily as Storm comes down and 2 High Templar come into play.
Yeah, the scan does go down into into the natural here, just to weigh up the forces that we do have here from Bourkes. And Bourkes being really smart about this, knowing that he isn't going to finish in time to use with the
Nice force
DPS on the flyer. He's doing so much, and the slowdown on the charges here, the order's actually doing a lot of damage there, but just the cost efficiency of this mix of Sentry, Zealot, Archon, it's very, very cost efficient at what it does. The Zealot's tanking damage at the front and Archon's doing splash at the back. Really paying off quite nicely here for Bourkes, and as you were saying just now with the map awareness that he had, FaithHunter did try to lift up and drop into the main, but that was denied by 2 Stalkers that were actually on patrol, so really excellent map awareness from Bourkes, and a really sick play actually, following up his 3-gate pressure with some Zealot Archon. That's the last kind of thing that you expect in this matchup at the moment, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with these Templar now on the field, and they're going to start accumulating the all-important energy. Now that Storm has finished and he is taking his third, it's going to come down to what I was kind of talking about at the... Oh, we found one of the proxy pylons. It's going to come down to that kind of cost or damage control situation where he needs to try and have this third base up for as long as possible to make it worth its while. And it looks like these medevacs are actually going to fly through the path of the observer. Sorry, I keep saying overseer. So that's going to mean that he's quite well equipped to it, hopefully. Yep, and in comes the Stalker.
Yeah, and Bourkes straight on top of his multitasking here manages to nearly take out the medevac, but yeah, excellent map control from him, excellent awareness, and yeah, just good multitasking.
Oh no, he's
Yeah, but he's got the right idea at the moment. He is walking in front. Unfortunately, they are on the same hotkey as the commander. Third around there, but yeah, wow, actually catching a lot of bio just, in the middle of nowhere. At this point, the Terror really needs to have the supply lead, and he really does. He's not going to be able to trade close to ever. Nice force fields from Bourkes. Maybe not, but he does manage to pick off the medevac, and a lot of forces here going to be denying this third base for a long time, and it's looking like Bourkes really has a plan. FaithHunter going to be stimming back and trying to kite these zealots. Taking so much damage with the shields right now, just lost to shields.
Nice.
Lost to armor, so yeah, excellent force fields on the ground. They're trapping his own units outside.
Oh no, he's attacking the rocks.
Useless, but he's attacking the rocks. Oh dear. He doesn't even need to fight the army head on at this point. So much, so many units here from Bourkes, managing to steamroll the entire army, and an emergency planetary fortress here at the natural for FaithHunter. Just going to pull all the SCVs off the line and hope that he can hold this off for as long as possible until he can make some sort of a sizable force to push the counterattack. Bourkes is going to have to...
Oh, nice storms.
Oh, 6 storms. Managing to nearly kill a lot of SCVs with those storms. I don't think we've seen Ghost down on the field yet, despite the Ghost cavalry getting up. Really helped him out there. This planetary fortress full ball with no repair going down. Yeah, this is going to be GG. There it is.
Nicely done. Alright, so Bourkes actually able to bring that one back in QED's favour, and we're now going into game, I believe it might be game 8. This will be the 8th game of tonight, with QED down 3-4. Nice games there by FaithHunter. Unfortunately, unable to clinch victory in that game for his team. So we'll have to see who Team Knight sends out next for their for what could be the final match.
Yeah, really great play from FaithHunter. He really did himself justice there as a gold leaguer in his favourite matchup. So it's really good to see. I'm sure he's definitely going to be one of the up and coming players that we're going to be having to look out for in the GPD Cups in the future. So yeah, playing really well in his games, and really a great show for Team Knight tonight with their really high level play. Actually, I was I was not quite expecting such good play from all around here tonight.
Yeah, no. Apparently, last week in their match, I'm just trying to bring it up. I think it was against the Fusion Slugs themselves. I'll just make sure that I get that correct. Let's see. Alright, so let me see. Alright, yeah, so after their win last week, apparently they did it in a fairly convincing manner as well. So this will, I guess, Team Knights, or Team Knight, I should say, is going to be one of those really kind of up and coming clans in that in the next clan war kind of thing that we do have, clan war tournament. So I can assume that just from what we've seen so far, that they'll at least be in the upper half of whatever ranking system's placed.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, they only dropped a single map last week. So yeah, really strong showing from them last week and this week. Yeah, now the scores are quite close in this series, so looks like QED might be able to put up a good fight when push does come to shove, and the SEACL does come around for the next season.